Hi everyone, I am Raj Mohan, the Associate Dean for the School of Sports Science at Kumaraguru College of Liberal Arts and Science. Today, we are going to see the assessment of motor skills and development. For the introduction, I welcome you all to the Unit 4. In this unit, we are going to delve into how we assess motor skills, a crucial component of understanding physical development. Motor skills are essential not only in sports but also in our daily activities. Our assessment methods will cover a wide range of approaches from observational techniques to performance-based assessments, self and peer evaluations, and also data analysis. By the end of this unit, you will be having a comprehensive understanding of how to assess motor skills, interpret their findings, and also apply these insights to improve performance. We'll begin by exploring the different types of assessment methods. The first, observational method for assessing motor skills. In observational method, there are some of the most widely used techniques to evaluate motor skills. It is because they allow a real-time analysis. There are several different types of observational methods. One such is a qualitative evaluation. This focuses on quality of an athlete's movement, including their technique, coordination, and efficiency. For example, when evaluating a runner, we might look at the stride length, the arm swing, and also the overall posture to judge the effectiveness of their technique. The quantitative measures, these provide numerical data that allow us to track specific motor skills such as speed, reaction time, and endurance. For instance, measuring the time it takes for an athlete to complete a sprint, like in a 100 meter, or recording how many push-ups they can perform in a given time frame, number of push-ups in 60 seconds. These give us a tangible data to assess the motor abilities. And the last one is a holistic assessment. In a holistic approach, we consider the athlete's performance as a whole. It includes evaluating their effort, focus, and also the mental attitude. An athlete may demonstrate excellent technique, but if they lack concentration or motivation, their overall performance may not reflect their potential. All these observational techniques allow us to gain insights into both the physical and mental aspects of a motor skill. Performance-based assessment tools. When it comes to performance-based assessments, there are key components in measuring motor skills because they simulate the real world scenarios where athletes have to perform under the pressure. There are three primary performance-based assessment tools. The first one is a fitness test. So these tests are designed to measure physical attributes such as strength, power, and endurance. Common examples include vertical jump test for power, a 1 mile run for cardiovascular endurance, and a bench press 1 arm for upper body strength. So these tests give you a quantitative data to assess how an athlete performs in those specific domains. Skills assessment. So these evaluate sport-specific movements. For instance, in basketball, we might assess an athlete's ability to perform a successful pass or their shooting accuracy. In soccer, it could be involving dribbling skills or passing accuracy. So these assessments help identify areas where athletes can improve in their specific sport. game-based simulations. So these tests assess the athlete's decision-making ability, reaction time, and tactics in real time, often in a game-like scenario. So these assessments are valuable in team sports like football or basketball, where in split seconds the decision making makes a huge difference. So the ability to read the game and execute strategy is just as important as a physical skill. Each of these performance-based tools provide valuable insights into the athlete's abilities and potential for improvement. Self-assessment and peer assessment. Self-assessment and peer assessment are powerful tools that encourage growth and self-awareness amongst athletes. Both offer different benefits. Self-reflection. Athletes who engage in self-assessment through journaling, video reviews, or regular self-evaluation become more attuned to their strengths and weakness. For example, a runner might track their training process and identify areas where they need improvement, such as breathing technique, can be stride efficiency, etc. Peer feedback. Teammates often see things that coaches or athletes might miss. Peer feedback provides valuable insights from a different perspective. Constructive peer feedback helps build a supportive learning environment and encourages athletes to see areas they improve upon through the eyes of the others. Collaborative learning. The combination of self-reflection and peer input creates a collaborative learning experience. When athletes reflect on their performance and receive their peer feedback, so it allows a deeper understanding of their skills and provide actionable steps for improvement. Together, self and peer assessments foster a growth mindset, improving both individual as well as the team performance. Moving on to data analysis and interpretation in motor skill assessment. Data analysis plays a crucial role in interpreting the results of motor skills assessments. By gathering and analyzing data, we can make an informed decision about training and performance development. There are three main stages in a data analysis. One is data collection itself. This involves gathering a quantitative and a qualitative data from your assessments. Quantitative data could include things like times, distances, or repetitions, while a qualitative data might involve observations of technique or their effort. Second, you'll have to data organize. Once the data is collected, it needs to be structured in a way such that makes it easier to analyze. This could mean creating a chart, put it in a graph, put it in a spreadsheet that organizes performance by date or specific goals, making patterns easier to identify. And the last is your analysis, data analysis. After organizing the data, the next step is to analyze, identify trends and their patterns. This could include spotting areas where an athlete consistently performs well or where they actually struggle. So this analysis is essential for tailoring training programs and making informed decisions about their future assessments as well. By using data analysis, we can move from subjective observations to objective, evidence-based conclusions about an athlete's performance. Applying observational assessment techniques. Now, let's dive deeper into how we can apply observational techniques in a real world setting. One is a visual observation. This perhaps is the most common form of assessment, where we simply watch the athlete perform any task. For example, watching a swimmer's stroke technique or observing a football player's footwork during a practice. So this method allows us to directly observe body mechanics and their performance. The second is documenting. The documentation is essential as it is the observation during the training sessions or the competitions. By recording key observations, whether through notes, checklists or digital platforms, coaches can track progress over time and provide athletes with a specific feedback to guide on their improvement. And next is the video analysis. So video analysis is an effective tool which offers a more detailed perspective by allowing coaches and athletes to review on movements each frame by frame. For example, reviewing a sprinter's starting technique from the block, or analyzing form of a gymnast during a particular routine. So this method helps identify small adjustments that might not be visible in real-time observation or in a coach's eye. By combining these observational techniques, we gain a holistic view of an athlete's performance. Selecting appropriate performance-based assessments. Selecting the right performance-based assessment is essential for obtaining accurate and a meaningful data. Here's a how to ensure you choose the right assessment technique. Identify the goals. The first step is clearly to define what you want to assess. Is it strength? Is it endurance? Is it agility? So identifying the specific goals of your assessment helps you choose the right tool to measure them. Second, matching assessments to the goals. Once the goals are established, choose assessments that align with those objectives. For example, if you're looking at to assess an athlete's cardiovascular endurance, a 1 mile run would be more appropriate than a bench press test. Third, ensure validity. So it is critical again to make sure the assessment measures what is supposed to measure. For example, vertical jump test. It should measure leg power and not the arm strength. Validity ensures that the data you collect is relevant and also accurate. Integrating self and peer feedback for a holistic evaluation. Integrating self and peer feedback leads to a well-rounded evaluation of an athlete's performance. Self-assessment. By encouraging athletes to assess their own strengths and weakness, they become more self-aware and accountable for their development. A regular self-assessment fosters reflection and helps athletes to set their own personal goals. Second is the peer feedback. Peer feedback brings in an external perspective, allows athletes to see how others' perspective of their own performances. Peers may notice aspects that an athlete hasn't considered at all, which can lead to improvements. Third, the holistic evaluation. By combining self-reflection and the peer feedback, athletes receive a comprehensive evaluation. So this holistic approach helps them understand not only their strengths but also the areas in which they can improve, which leads to more targeted and effective training methods. Strategies for interpreting and communicating assessment findings. Interpreting and communicating assessment findings is a key for progress of an athlete's performance. Identify patterns. When reviewing a data, look for patterns that highlight strengths as well as the weaknesses. For example, if an athlete consistently performs well in strength tests, but he is struggling with endurance, it points out to an area that he needs an improvement. Contextualize results. It's important to understand the context of your results. Consider the athlete's experience level, his training history, and goals when interpreting these performance. This helps avoid misinterpretations and ensures the findings are relevant to their development. Effective communication. Once the results are analyzed, communicating them clearly is very crucial. The findings should be presented in a way that is actionable. Use visual aids, a clear language, provide a constructive feedback that guides athletes to the next steps. And the conclusion. In conclusion, assessing the motor skills is multifaceted process that involves observational techniques, performance-based tools, self and peer assessments. So each method provides valuable insights into an athlete's abilities, and together data analysis helps us interpret and apply these insights very effectively. By integrating all of these components, we can create a comprehensive strategy to guide training and development methods. I would like to thank you for your attention, and I hope you now have a deeper understanding of how motor skills can be assessed and also can be improved through all these techniques. Thank you.